Kuzamala, we're back with another episode for Inspired Perspective series. Today we are in conversation with Namgyel Wangdi. He has worked with YDF previously and he has been a counselor there. This is specifically important episode of our Inspired Perspective series because we're going to talk about some serious topics such as addiction and the pathway to recovery. Namgyel has really interesting stories and interesting learning experiences to share with us, so stay tuned.
Namgyel and I, we were classmates, no high school now, we share a lot of memories. We used to take out pictures as well.
Right, I've been hearing that. Yeah.
So Namgyel, would you like to share your journey towards recovery?
The Tony will reflect as a kid. Kadivilis Punuga, Kadividiga, living environment, Kadividiga, and this color reflect it. So, upon the mostly Chikalifadum, Lano, Captain Figula, around this storage or then Chimnalu, Aimush, Namsujidin, then Nadiga, that your master, Chikaka, spend benefits in childhood. After this child, then what putting it up for the child, that's where Maggie gets more life now. Preconditioning some more. Kachizum got the guidance or Kachiver and Chukugan of the Kacho. So somewhere another guidance, the relationship much of some and reflective that maybe actually follow me to take it more because. Kokora Hamoguni, he didn't know how to guide Muslim guide Namashi. Then Analera Nagachma, that Chuganera is our journey, short journey, fighting the journey, this Analera Bosunova, then Lugat Hatunamsuyani, busy and Hindi movies, this is Kenny Bosumba. So Chukuchibe, Analera movie, the movie Nalugasi Tome, much guidance me, and they think, Tampuratum Satome, Drasatum Satome. After the movie, I generate Chikatin baby, and then adults read Tampuratum Satome. Then he told me that you told me, and never had a human that habits is London.
Right.
So drugs at something we got any movie George Symmetry team. So Anna gang from Benigusan. The Kanal inspired theory because Kaya Martin actually catch you over right here. Martin, then naturally learn Bejo. So different things learn Bejo on the world actually. Then Anilan Bejo had the drugs to jail happened. The drugs to having a kind of comfort tea double more drug that used to take and more much. Then I never habituated there. 19 years teach to something.
But I do remember, like, yeah,
High school
I did that too, and it was very cool. It's more like, cool cheap honey, but more like people who are doing this mischiefs and teenagers doing it in there. But I don't remember you being very problematic children. They were pretty,
Stages of addiction.
Okay.
So early stage na delusion
Okay.
because early stage na lo first the occasional use I said it to me, but high school na heavy the regularly the but not that problematic thing but enjoy best we time drugs enjoy best but high school you do the Another problem thing was the Tapsing your mom 10 minutes, Chimnale problem mom thing then and some drama of problematic stage in a Hindi over drugs. Stages to get a range.
Yeah, interesting to know like how young minds, their minds are forged of what they consume on media. And like for instance, our time when we were like young, the form of entertainment was TV or cinema, right?
Yeah.
Limited a few in Thimphu, but yeah, those and the movies that we watch, I think it was not regulated at all. No, nobody.
Yeah.
We used to watch a lot of Hindi, a lot of stuffs in Hindi cinema, and I'm sure there's kids take no time to pick all these things. So yeah, it's really important what we consume.
Yeah, I think it's more of an awareness because even though like the movies, they had that disclaimer, no?
Oh
Age
yeah,
appropriate, but
that's like so little. You can't even say no that disclaimer. So
I think
yeah.
most of our parents maybe they didn't know, like we didn't restrict.
Yeah.
We used to watch. No, I remember watching violence movies
Yeah.
even at the age of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Sigan di disclaimer say mingawa na maul pakaneti smoking is injurious to health metin mingawa. So ngaji di nata about the kata di cool thong mo. Then ngaji tung about the cool thong sino mo de. Then that's how the curiosity di na may sami bomb jo ri ngale then we try bini kusuno.
I feel actually, when we see movies or songs, rap song and all that, it's from an art and control the business way, but to create an art. But media literacy, chico, like to even for parents to know like at what age they should let their kids to consume what kind of content like they or what kind of movies like they and even for teenagers they should be mindful that at the end of the day it's just an art, it's just a representation, something form of expression and not like reality, not real life, right?
Expressions the kongi they just want to make money out of it.
Yeah.
But naturally they we think after the life in Sultan what is guidance maybe. So that's where naturally lam desire more. The chungu guidance lishun more. The right understanding you mean imagine. If I have understood myself, then I will change it more. But then the current society we don't understand ourselves, so kadri thinking the thinking natural but so another chungu another addiction the goes to the root cause the target and chungu guidance. But that too society the drugs drug to me the tongue message. They stigmatize very Khatan is more. But yeah, you teach them to my root cause the tab and say that Chukulan to go small to have it.
So, like, talking about the stigma and all that, Chigi, the first time you wanted to change, realize that, okay, now enough is enough, I want to seek help, somebody. If you remember the moment, describe them.
Nadi rehab your way much. So, Tatumbe the Halamasima, 19 years, problematic, the Tumbe, the different stories, the problem gazing thing. Jelna usually overdose to and this is sometimes the way in the time is some. But then the realization point the one is any service I was still using, but drug की national baseline assessment selected drug की any population कम थुमी कम जितोगा national baseline assessment से दिखा BNC से देगा.
Yeah.
So kongi any service bedino. So I happened to join them. Ani na because my should was meet at Tunaka.
Oh, yeah.
I'll discuss this motion. So I'm an interview Japanese companies and the motion they hired me. But I was still using antenna. Then after the interview, they said that okay, you work as an outreach worker. The 20 minutes. 제가 투미 뭐 이미테노 같이 뭐다 아웃리치도 슬라브라 투니 플랜 들지에 더 멋있게 잡았대. but 아주로로 더 마퉁슬라 더 밑에 뭐 아니 투 아니 토마스 조지 마퉁슬라 when 1-2 months की जब लेती I realized that why I far lecture ngara thunde the then suddenly any realization joined that okay that shabu bit more because phala dalu certain the inside chi develop jong ko na though she thundi ki bere when you it's more the phala you love to the Ranga Asuri changes
we're good at giving advice to others in our work, but while we're giving advice, actually, what
inside the develop
even you're sharing that you hive mind related to the tips, this is shared being able to know magic, but that doesn't mean like we are very sorted and we don't go through things, but yeah, actually share build actually
learn so any understanding to develop that then suddenly I was able to cook. That's something miracle in my life.
Wow.
And miracle in the sense that I did the spiritually developed in each other. When you connect with others, how to do it, that at the end of the day, the child base you feel certain kind of contentment thing come the word. So uncontentment, mom better to and that's where the spiritual journey began with the Sujitani. And I was more into Anale, was the 12 steps programs in the thing, 12 steps programs. And the is not what self-help group gym, where recovering addicts, this Chigazumbe share the one, they try to help each other in difficult times, in happy times. So I'm able to analyze like spiritual journey goes so that's how we grow in recovery now. But realization point the important remember. Enough is enough, and inside care develop job they have.
Right. The way you mentioned, no, how when we were at the site and you were actually delivering any advocacy ki, awareness ki information, no, ani as you did it, as you talked with the people, and ani real affirm chi bebe zunchi you're affirming, reaffirming again, coming back to the same information. So I think it creates a base, even though something that giving yourself evidence, as we talk about, giving your mind, your brain evidences of okay, you can change, okay, then the enough fast to me. So like that's why we also kind of talk about motivation. He one day run out and Josh to quit something or do something. Run out Jung, but I think it's the constant conversation.
Constant conversation.
Keep going, keep at it, and any conversation there's about they large, and I think at one point or the other there'll be steps taken towards change. So yeah, I really like that point.
Repetition point. That's yeah, you love the data. You said no, like you need to get perception, getting from you. The perception comes through patterns and the then in order to change that pattern, in order to change the perception, first we need to change the patterns essentially. So, like when it comes to substance abuse, like particular pattern thing, like I'm sure many people have different reasons why they get into drugs and all that. But one common pattern is achievement. As you worked as a counselor,
the common patterns are routine stages of change. So drug certain stage and me a change during the stages to there are 5 stages of change. Come in the pre-contemplation stage. So any stage na di get messaging first stage and the drug use back on out of curiosity try then problematic than because drug ki side effect and something consequences and harmful consequences and something so I'm telling the best thing that
Yeah.
Miki and
I just want to curious and educated to explore Bhutan.
and then Ani the judo within contemplation stage some chonwa. And the skill no way in disadvantage do but at the same time advantage to what any advantage do disadvantage do but disadvantage for the advantage man from what contemplation station. So anybody that came to they remain ambivalent in one time that they are confused, dilemma whether to change or not. So we misunderstand, But any usually preparation station on the preparation. That's why they plan actually to go to rehab stuff and any. The problem only was no. The advantage or the disadvantage man from over there. So any stage usually action stations over there. So only the preparation station and plan way with the action is no. Genie was no. Then same something with over the drug. Maintain the good take also practice. Genie the jumps on what? Chasing and mathematics in the Lahad. So mathematics then maintenance stage. Some catch over maintain bed in me. And she did actually and common pattern
Common pattern.
not some kind of plan.
Or reason why they get into trust or like common pattern.
So common patterns because of any change in the tables and I'm not also what it. My chicken mind the any drug key advantage mom told me that we get preoccupied over there. I was wishing that you know what uncommon pattern though. The moment you wake up, no, not something that you grab. Cattle dogs, chamber dogs, Jirango, that he got you to Namo, to got into Gomo solution. They don't think about any other responsibilities. Shingani no something on over there because any habit is strong, Jujubini, Tony habit, physical need, emotional need, mental need, double jomo, obsession, double jomo. So any obsession, the obsessed homo, they let drop. So come on, then any lapse to Hindi खाने वाले को खाने का बहाना चाहिए इसमें those are just reasons which no problem we lose small answer question and the excuse me what bahana चाहिए what but root na legitimate in the totally obsessed no preoccupied with mind problem mere too much but that's much long to that
They just want to make like us guilt less for the get but she got love me the emotion because not totally not related to drugs but a manifestation dancing at the time and I push she love me say opportunities and crisis just enhances the dominant feeling of people over the opportunity to like people who are I think the chila does like khane wale ko khane ka bahana chai people who complain no rone wale ko rone ka bahana and zingwe people who complain they will complain even when opportunities and money and job careers will complain better mathub daya complain better so it's like ngaji dominant feeling, the state of mind ka but ngaji dominant kachi and then I think regarding drugs it makes you obsessed so dopamine jingle
dopamine release scientifically because any ngaji gets about the reptilian brain la no and the memory the reward
yeah
so any reward the talking about so the dopamine release job of the pleasure biochemical and the dopamine level so normal was the small is other what drug like my chapter team do that document this animal and Killerman teach to them because any project do but any less time now where struck kiddy mom will release so any if the drop 2020 you can then drop him in the deeply down your more the zombie to overcome to drop from there.
But yeah, even like now I'm trying to quit smoking, for a while now, but it releases that dopamine in our day. So even days now, next day I have some like the chigla maybe it's just an excuse that my brain makes. But that was jingy and chill that thing more as labe. Then I would do as a relief cheese remember. Take it be watching how effective the rehabilitation scientists out here. Like okay, recovery rate chiba and like chigla to sing with the chini the jump, but you have to maintain that, Mathuna Gilidi. So some of the steps that you guys take to make sure that even after quitting, that person remains like stable, say, and some steps that you take there.
The scientifically evidence-based practices developing just to work. So addiction and Finland and Kitchen. So they have uh, come up with they came up with certain the coping strategies ki plan this like trigger drilling plan lo CBT na ta cognitive behavioral therapy the one of the evidence based practice so ang assignments is the where you you have an opportunity to look the pros and cons of drugs and alcohol with a professional intervention baby. Otherwise, once you are addicted to drugs. We have lost that capacity to intervene ourselves because of where we can be of our self-referential the capacity to as a but then any ability and potential to destroy just unused the education system where we are self-referential in this. Otherwise, we know things like drug gets
Exactly, that's my point. Because, like, if you're an addict and you know the problems that you're having because of drugs, financially, and then relationship wise now, and then you say advice matu say. But main thing that I think it comes down to how to use our psychological brain. I don't know, just throwing it out there.
subject where the let's call it fruits of in a self-service Buddha nature tomorrow mean the Gastalotamus. But then any mind is essence the benching. We are self-referential what the problem drug too much in the but then any ability use basically ability the Jana no what so and those the rehabilitation the community animal was professional intervention be able to then counselor get to work with the mashuku guti they are able to reflect much why nagi benefit what pros what the cons my memories they are able to see what and rating be gym then when they rate then certain insight to the like that. Anzumbe step by step, about 3 months is take and you training the. So usually ngachina rehabilitation this one and 90 days in Janima. Previously ma Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing and Rehabilitation Lab the magic money treatment duration the 90 days so 90 days the anime kachugo we do cost benefit analysis then anjam the functional analysis so where they look at how 나치기 behavior pattern diga 되는 거가 아니 particular behavior diga 집에 repeat beina tomo for example drug use behavior dimo 나이 가데가 repeat tomo가 tomo and functional analysis so from functional analysis 나치기 아니 trigger the drug is
triggers
what triggers 그 같이 통달로 통노면 for example 나 해만 Prapundalo honey the lemon peach tunidom right after popping some pills, most drugs, tunso chili, honey tea, tuni habitable. So Nagi check the honey trigger being in Yakata, sugar temper, honey tea, some tea, then mine the honey, pop up being what hammer to be.
And what the atomic habits cue trigger routine you would say. Some naturally real cheese, but I kept it very lightly. Like the example, very light gym at scrolling on phone. Mine I did this and I did drugs or even cigarette and all that. And like you said, no, I often and like smoke big ones, but
so associated Jomova, that you guys other things that you like for example, bathroom to tone the nam Thomas and I Thomasin thing like that you actually tone the very frequently to the moment not your Tom Jim her. Not trigger when you know it. Wait, not the money more that you have so
nice example.
Yeah. And then true, it's true because personal experience like when I see what I'm trying to do is not take home cigarettes, so I don't smoke at all. I didn't try and not many days I'm successful doing that, and then as I step outside, then again I smoke and have a plan, no? And then when I don't take it home, and when it's night, my parents are there. I don't have the excuse to go down by, So Islam didn't buy, junior like junior, like they'll down. So I don't go, and then even a shadi. But when I go to the kitchen, I see matchbox, no matchbox home, trigger. But go outside by the veranda, be by the veranda, I'll be like triggered. No, oh shit, man, I used to come here and smoke and all of that. So anyway, like little things that should be triggered.
prediction that you got the trigger me what and the manship to drop to me get the to me what every place within the trigger the trigger didn't plan answer so that's why rehabilitation is very important.
Yeah.
So only good counselor can help you move on.
Seek experts.
Yeah, that's right.
Really advice change even self motivate because they know psychological thing that how human brain works and evidence based trainings. So yeah. And talking about like triggered, no? Last time you guys were on live and then even talking with one of our friends who same journey as you, been sober for 10 years plus now. They, even after staying sober, and trigger only but the first thing the social stigma most. I could be drug addicted, be cheating, or jail na they won't even get a proper job, no. And then secondly, the other problem thing and watching there are times when you just feel like, oh, shada the anybody in my life they do anything I have so the children anybody drugs through with it, Jabe and some type of joining to about and some people relapse also at times. How is it with how you guys plan or any advice that you want to give?
So, addiction is a problem to search. Personally, we get bankrupt, bankrupt in the sense we get mentally bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt, emotionally bankrupt, financially bankrupt.
Financially, for sure.
Every aspect of life, almost bankrupt. So, and we recovering the time. Diagnosis the question jam the mathematics lack use in because you are bankrupt. Anything can trigger you know ba and be the sensitive animal logic to put together na listen hurt you remember the any emotion the control be must be gonna my solution the guys tome drug too much in the any pain and dangerous to me and no some things don't know what if you're not aware of yourself and emotionally charity jojo mi banji so many people the maintenance stage na the very important thing the gachi message I mentioned the spiritual development the kachu
Okay.
and spiritual development so the habla the sentiment my love the spiritual development means as a human being develop better version of the world so I never go that explore the world with the who are you seeing the world the recovery now drug to matter but tricky better it is very easy to get relaxed in the world the rangira worship to be nothing can disturb you now chika inatangi the disturbance with it any the trigger didn't plan the temporary solution in it and consciousness about everything you cannot avoid everything there.
You cannot control what's outside.
Outside the control baby over there. So what is very important is you have to control yourself. You know, nana full freedom the nana do. So any freedom they have over, but that you have that freedom to understand yourself. You cannot manage anything outside. What you can do is manage yourself. Manage your mind, clean your mind.
Yeah. Hey, spiritual teachings na yani bito na like regardless of different kind of spiritual teachings from different gurus out there, no? But a common teaching lesson chi yani to what we create our own world so whatever internal state ka china ye world ki yani will reflect the emotion. So like you said, no, if you are internally bankrupt in every aspect of your life, rogi job better trigger you. But you're content with yourself, really nice. Really nice. And Purchase, I would like to share. A man can be deprived of everything in his life, but not his attitude towards it. That's the only freedom he has. Like, that's the only position he has. Yeah. That's spiritual practice here.
So running a little how you you'll be more able to take charge of things with life now. Chichara how go you handle it. I'm so geeky inner state to otherwise I'm fully aware me nangara hamago anchindi I'm so geeky to the notion become sensitive.
True. Any spiritual practice like particular development hana janti majo, but most people the annual tournament the meditate be. The other practices that you guys do, like gachi program and so on.
I the message wrong in Yakatuba, Hagana Majo Sememi.
Don't worry
Haga temple is very important, because it reflects the temple Chitongo, the monk, Haka Chitongo, the aspiration Chitopso, right? After you mean he has achieved excellence. He achieved excellence achieved by Masu. So any inspiration drop in the book upon the verse more often job of the catcher. Otherwise, China the Tibeta motion so you don't you cannot draw that inspiration in the weather. Motion. As it took a job at that dashi chitone motion. Then dashi chitone away. I have that potential to understand myself. I need reflect beneath the name of what they have this symbolism and some there. So how can I do that any move it Chiduminales, lo pique la pe.
Yeah.
And the movie is me asking what the Mashuchi Hagasuchitamo. Something they are the powerful Michi, omnipotent Michi, and he chilo Kachivish Kuchichivish, Fulfill Jones, and the concept is Sunwa Mashuchi. But Maggie got to take Bedos. I worship because I aspire to become like him. I worship my king because king equality star the Rumachi to give up equality star to give up Shiba equality star. They are working for excellence in all the Jimmy Pintoni La Nothing Chitanre Shimmy got the Pintos of the Missile got the Pintos of the only a person who is blissful, who has understood himself, can think of others in what the compassionate answer to because they have understood themselves. No? So, King Jedi were any aspire the world, King equalities most. And Hagana Yumi, the Jatungi Kubero, Kuramchi Kubero, any aspire the world, that's the meaning of worshiping what the Kongi excellence achieved by Medina achieved, I guess.
To be
Like him.
to aspire yourself to be okay instead of worshiping
To become the Buddha that you already are, you need to go find it.
Because we are already Buddha in what we have only forgotten that we are Buddhas in the so anybody will have a joke then it's a reminder in what come back to yourselves.
Everything starts with you love to sing. Coming from your experience as a counselor, no? Have you worked for how many years?
I definitely 11 years.
11 years.
But prior to that, I was with BNC as a doctor's worker and peer counselor with the 2 years teaching subject. And then I did my 11 years.
Okay. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced while dealing with the people, and their addiction? Their peaceful. What's your personal challenges, some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you try to overcome it or manage it?
Most challenging case because peer counselor being we don't have that qualification in what like a psychiatrist, psychiatrist being they can deal with a person with comorbidities in what like mental problem plus drug addiction problem being like hungi dambara sort of disorder mental disorder this sort of behavior treat behavior then addiction problem the treat disorder. So addiction treatment is just over there. So I'm more into addiction professional. I can only treat people with substance use problem. You mean the church and deal with what? So most of the time, the cases are in morning is going to see one where people come with any comorbidities. Then baby only mental problem that is helping. Like depression, bipolar, disorder, there are nothing treatment. So that's one of the biggest challenges that I need my think. Anything challenges no situation because the intention is important you are not there just to make money. We are not there to do business. People in life that you have a sense with business. You are there because first thing future help need and mother help need. That's why I served for 11 years at Wider King Rehab Bhutan Institute of Books like that. So that's why the reason I wanted to help myself and very emotional. And second thing, by helping others, you stay clean and all the lying in this more. And third, the intention, the important in the because every morning I just session to be there, the session the gomas we have no something was during my session kachi delivered by Kong Pento Chum Kong Daddy Kasawa adapted that is on the next and no some time with your young lady no matter how you deliver your session because your intention is right, you have done your job,
Intention is powerful.
So, the challenges this from what they not aware of. Otherwise, to hold there are in this don't have a situation. Challenges, ma'am.
Right. Yeah.
So preparedness when your mind intention is correct.
The sense of purpose,
Sense of purpose, like the meaning to transfer with it. Otherwise, China here, you will be burn out, more stressed, tired, feeling what? Then 2 to 3 years at the missile
Yeah, exactly. That's and I was reading some paper, research here, remember? The person has done research on counselors, service counselors, isn't it? So what she have found is, and counselors, may a counselor remember they treated them because when your job is where you deal with all this kind of cases, as a negative type, where you see all these things, it comes to positive, let's say mentally affect the moment, but I should love to say, quit after 1 2 months, mentally drained. So even though like she that's true, like whenever you used to get overwhelmed with the the people that you're trying to help, who is doing in the you feel like a negativity, like not towards them but that's especially the over but like over to the society or whatever, right? So I suppose what kind of the thing that makes you do to like break G within there whenever you needed a break.
the important thing, first thing, it's like energy matter. Charge energy more. Otherwise, charge more just the job drain because you are listening to a negative story, not a good story, no. The Sundang the Hamamidi, he's sharing his problem, which the negativity shared from almost. So I'm going to look as a counselor must get the message in Bukopti. He has to do he has to be aware of himself. So no matter what good counselor in fecha gamchi no master step the only give a counseling mission. If you don't have that quality, you will not be able to empathize with that person. Non-judgmental attitude, no.
Wow.
And quality development and then you will get more so that range,
Yeah, oh my god, it's not, yeah, I need to work on that. Really.
And
I don't want to, even though, yeah, it's just a form of judgment. Somebody remember, even when you're, scolding your loved ones or, I'm from Malaysia and whatever, judgment when I'm whatever, so that non detachment or non-judgmental attitude to develop immediately. And you must say, you have to be initial whenever you are trying to talk to someone because very easy to get triggered, like if someone comes to me for help and I advise you, let's say one period to the little of the beginning, and then that person again comes with the same person. Because you know what I've been talking with the human actually like, but to have that patience, like non-judgmental, yeah.
the first thing that you have to work is you go there, you have to know that you get love with the family. First thing, you are not there with the person who came there using just they physically remember that because they are there because drug that's handicapping like a problem and problem that are associated problem government or community, they are there to solve their problem. So obviously they are going to share and problems. So you have to understand that we share vanilla and problems share them. Don't expect that's not that we love story. But in a love story, the ending resume means so it's shared in the body. You have to expect that in the body. So personally, I mean, how personally then it becomes not easier in the past.
Because personally, I just involved more than I mean, like involved in a sense. Don't be too attached to your cases, people in a big be a like to attach your activity that can be as a judgment over it, even though you're not intending it. And just you get attached to that person and you're giving that advice, then that person is not listening, is that don't believe you are doing that. To find that balance, not that you are helping a person, helping his space thoroughly, but also you're very detached.
Yes, yes. Attachment or the important, the affection is important. Affection, the attachment, one, I think it's different.
Yeah.
Where affection, the you consider him as one of your relative. Attachment may be a social word. Attachment may be, of course, relative to family time, but then you're more attached, attachment. So that the emotionally, some kind of job, even
Yeah.
but we have that attraction. Attraction, the anh chị sẽ nhưng mà tầm thì trong nhà thì trong nhà anh là trong anh sẽ được là thiên nhiên bắt đầu là 일치를 물치 리더진지 하더진지 주기만 하나 쓰고 무엇지 너무 이 that means 지신자면 세터면 가지고 아이들이 깜찍아 그지 눈치장치는 뭐마라 거기 가져을 라떼는 되는데 아이 물치 되니 거기 가져을 들어서 와게 yani bir soru var da kaptan söylenme. So the any affection you was no matter for the major thing you have that feeling that you that cool have being feeling that being I keep on short so affection the answers for one thing in
Lastly, since we covered pretty much on strategies as well, uh, that way, actually, the times that we have been with the rehabilitation center, no? Some improvement that is needed in a rehabilitation center, that can function more effectively. I'm not sure for me if you can describe point of view towards it. Some changes, something that has to change in the rehabilitation center or improved. And then the advice for youth, people who are surrounding.
so changes to the more integrated bodies integrated integrated service after the kind of the integrated window that stocks now were much we have not that it would essentially this problems in also that we have no direct meanings more the direct your integrated service meaning the doctor na ke goes na dentist na susalisha then I'm not the map then integrated device national learning problems is better like challenges na feeling na that comorbidity in this challenges what doctor say much psychiatrist say doctor say this then 거기 또 treatment plan that episode they want to do today recovery these stages and the withdrawal stages आणि withdrawal stage na nito the resolution stages na the professionals that you don't need to chat this more but that na di that the services service providers man should give me
More of an integrated system, help system, to cater to the.
Any importantly, then the advice that you know, the pouring and advice in
And she considering that.
counselor with the advice in the what we only help them how you will and appreciate it. We mega touching with the child intelligence. So That's a problem I use this in there.
Yeah, but we follow it. Or even people who are forward but having struggling to maintain and production that would trigger social stigmas. So how we as a community can help each other and to make sure that people do not relapse.
So, important thing is that strong researching that the truly use this 제목도 다 죄는 그 괜히 된데 서비스 스토마도 두고 아니면 시비고 같이 너무 싸우게 너무 싸우게 그래서 이게 제가
Yeah.
통지 대세랑 뭐 통제랑 뭐 위점 같은 거도 같이 내세랑 뭐 but she decided that instead of problem researching it is better to seek help problem material the severe material helps it building early intervention we wanted teenage general there was teenage language more really they have those skill language mom habitudes mom they have hacking situation steps or that they need so early intervention the important is to decide the hatch of drug testing possibly coherent joke she was garage she even the doctors something like lots of you get machine forgive the whole body na kasi beyond that time karashi changing the function
Yeah.
so I mean the important thing is to focus reflect there helps the actually people side na jaw you dance on it because na some the highly educated needs so don't really have not so no
Yeah.
and they made the work and it Madova services available in the CPS and the monthly this is delivers Rangirang Moshe to catch it. Rangirang Moshe to next generation there to be Chanda of Yazana Mazos. Jasmine Boko Bond was otherwise that's also to keep out on what which is a no so not really but who knows Figgy other relation care they must have no right lesion they must have and next generation will bring and go the future have fact case
Yeah.
And also, as a society, what can we do to help
as a
Society,
society
but as a community,
as
to
a
help people who are on a journey of recovery and also like make sure them not to relax, but that is a good football.
society with mom discipline because society another touching in the sense they have that attachment not affection Rangi alu di mek thang sakong machin di te char ber no no mo. But chini alu mek thang sakong no dari. Pomachi alu sari. Khatang di no ba de. The affection di wan sin di ahin alu michi yoji problem chi thong de thong ba de. Yung sa thong da de. Because you have that limitedness ki feeling in the chari vichara chi thong yang kiri hachu dum ba thong yang ajim dum ba thong di. You will definitely have the affection very continue. So have some affection and try to help God upon you, stay as your, relating to child being affection to over and stigmatize mother to be. Children are stigmatized by the world. Then you allow them to want to know. I experience another travel issue with the I want to belong like 손이 있어도 아니 어느 정도가 손이 있으려면 스티그마디 어느 힘을라고 나를 어느 미친스인데 so I'm go that consider him as your relation any affection you will see then stigmatization and it have been being wrong no being wrong no you want to know that can matter let's say community na jogo da society na jogo reintegrate the vegetable rara thing jumba. So and instead of being this drama setting, those who are not following the program correctly. Maluki Jin the Unta video Jin definitely they will struggle more. Trust program the self help group more. The meetings so much spiritual program that they enhance the Buddha. We have already getting the detail only thing Kongia I mean the action is the Nachilam never we have not 30% we had in child basic, the 70% should try in child of what Martin the Kogi the action of the So there's a saying in Governor. We have rarely seen people to go to follow the program correctly. So, you program even.
So basically, I mean, some people just want to get out of the rehab, no, because all of them show over to the pre-motion levels in it. Or if they have a rehab and they just want to be done and they think that okay, that's it, somebody that they have to pay that way. So people like they don't need that any program and it is not good. Okay.
Self confidence, overconfidence, the self confidence divine. Self confidence दिखाचे बदलाव overconfidence. मैं बेसन में celebrate self help group में मजो problems in the share है मापे spiritual development है गने मी सिंहले responsibilities गने take नहीं the उसी को progress पे देनी है. The party na manja sura mali dekat na lekin kita carotene alphazidium charges. Then it will be more difficult.
Yeah. It's nice meeting you after, I don't know, a decade. I think we do suddenly bumping into down at the from a bit. She do some bumping. But I think yeah, more than a decade that we actually sat down and had a nice conversation. It's really good to see you. You know, all sobered up and gotten your life out. Yeah. Wish you well. And yeah, who knows, maybe Hive Mind can, you know,
yeah, if we have workshops, sessions, and if we require your expertise, no, into that, we'd love to invite you again. And please keep doing the good work that you're doing. And I really found this very calming, positive vibes from here. Thank you so much. You know, I'm so glad I met you. I got to know you. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And that's Hive Mind for you. Bye bye.